Perhaps I haven't done this before, so we'll see how it goes. This is a special recording for the Farsley Village Book Club. I want to thank you guys for choosing the Bookseller for your read for this month, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. If you didn't, get out. No, seriously, thank you. I hope you liked it. Big thanks, of course, to my mate Craig for introducing you guys to the book, and to Hugo. You realize, Craig, that we've been friends now since I was writing Crypt Thief, which is a long time ago. Also, reminded, before I forget, I have a book coming out in September. I've just started the edits for it. It's set here in Austin, and I was just editing the first page, and I came across an English attorney, solicitor for the family, by the name of Craig Whitfield, and I'd completely forgotten that I'd put you in there. But there you are. There you have it. So I thought I would start by telling you how the Bookseller came into being. Essentially, it was the third novel I wrote. No, fourth actually. The first three went nowhere. I tried to get an agent for them to get them published, but no joy at all, as a matter of fact. If you want to know what it's like to be a writer and get rejected 150 times, I can tell you about that too. But moving on to the Bookseller, where I had a little more success. So literally, I was in Paris with my wife Sarah, walking alongside the River Seine. If you've been there, I know Craig has a wonderful bouquinistes. They're bookstores that are bolted onto the edge of the river, opened up in the morning and closed up at night by sort of crusty-nosed booksellers called bouquinistes. And we were literally walking down the street, and if any of you guys are budding writers, you'll know that whenever you see anything that sparks your interest, your imagination, you instantly kind of twist and pervert it as best you can. And in this case, I saw this bouquiniste chap and wondered what it would be like if I killed him, threw him in the river or something like that. And then, of course, I started to wonder why would somebody do that? What would be the benefit of it? And that was the genesis of the Bookseller for me, partly being in that wonderful city as an all-over inspiration, and then having this desire to murder a bouquiniste as the spark. And in fact, what we did was, Sarah was quite used to me having these ideas and sort of going crazy with them. So we found a little tobacco and bought a pen and a notepaper, and repaired immediately to a cafe where I sketched out most of the novel, just very, very roughly. And when I tell the story, we were in that cafe for about half an hour. I think in reality, when Sarah tells the story, we were there for about 2.5 hours. But that's the way it goes. Road to publication was pretty long. That was the first novel that I got pretty good interest from agents straight away, and then ended up with the agent that I have now, who I just love. Fantastic, very hardworking. Got a 3-book deal on the strength of the Bookseller and the Crypt Thief, which I actually wrote while the first one Bookseller was out on submission to publishers. I just went ahead and wrote the second. Got a 3-book deal based on that, and then sort of kept going ever since. Second 3-book deal after the Blood Promise. And I have one more to write, yeah, and that's going to be back in Paris, the 5th one, which comes out in June. Oh, let me show you this. Have you seen one of these before? This is a uncorrected advanced reading copy, not for sale. Also, nobody has seen this except you guys. They sent me one, and they sent one for me to give to somebody else. How cool is this? I'll go ahead and tell you that story. Nobody's heard this story yet, and I think I'm trying to write about it for either Huffington Post or somebody. But I got an email last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, from a woman in Wisconsin who works for a bookstore. And she told me that her dad was a big fan of the series, loved Hugo, and she said that unfortunately he's dying and won't be around by the time the next one comes out in June. So she was hoping that I could get an advanced copy from my publisher and have them send it to him. I'm like, yeah, of course. So they actually sent it to me, and I signed it for them and popped it in the mail. Which is, the reason that I got. Actually, they sent me two, which is this is the other one. But I thought that was kind of nice. It was surprising to me that a mere mystery series can touch somebody, and that somebody in the last months of their life, one thing they want to do is read one of my books, which is massively cool. So what else was I going to talk about? Yeah, because normally what I'll do is I'll just have these on my book launches or whatever. People will ask me questions and I'll answer them. So you can't do that. So I'll just answer a couple of questions that people will generally ask me. I'm trying to see how much time we've had. Almost 6 minutes. Don't want to bore you guys. Where do I write? I do most of my writing at the local library, and I always have. I have a pretty tight schedule because, if you guys may not know this, but I work full time as a prosecutor here in Austin, Texas. So I work Monday through Thursday, and on Thursday evenings I strip off the suit and put on my man of action clothes and hop in a police car and spend Thursday nights riding around with cops, going to whatever it is they go to. And I've been doing that for about 3 years now. I love it. It's the best part of my week. It's a long Thursday from 7:30 in the morning until midnight, but it means that I get Fridays off. So I'll sleep late, get up, head over to the local library, work for a couple of hours, maybe go exercise, then come back and work some more. And I can usually get a lot done in that time. And I'm quite lucky that I write more quickly than a lot of people, and I can usually get a novel done in about 4 months or so if I'm working at it pretty steadily. So that's sort of my. And then on Saturdays I'll try and sneak away. My eldest daughter likes to go to the library with me, so we'll sneak off and spend a couple hours there. She'll read and I'll write. And then occasionally I'll cram some other time in during the week, perhaps in the evening. Maybe on Sunday go to a cafe or something. But like some of you guys, I play football as well. I know at my advanced age it's getting a bit dangerous, but play on an indoor team on Wednesdays and then an outdoor team on Sundays. So I don't have a lot of time free, but I can't remember the last time where I said to myself, oh, I've got nothing to do. I wonder what I can do now. Pretty much all of my time is scripted, but I don't mind in the slightest. I feel very, very lucky to have been published. My initial goal actually was just to have one book, walk into a bookstore one day and see one of my novels on a bookshelf. As it is, I've got 4 novels out now, 1 true crime book, and 2 more coming out this year. So I sort of keep looking over my shoulder, wondering when the bad luck's going to strike. And what's next? Yeah, the next thing, I've got 1 more Hugo to put together. That'll probably come out next summer. I've got The Reluctant Matador, which comes out in June. I've got Hollow Man, which is really, like, if you read The Crypt Thief and you think that's creepy, Hollow Man is way creepier, and not just because Craig's in it. I'm really happy with that book, and I hope it does well. We shall see. One more thing I wanted to do, and I've discussed this with Craig, and I do this when I do the live book launches or talks, presentations, whatever it is, and that is I would like for one of you guys to star in the next Hugo novel. So what that means is that Craig is going to put everybody's name on a piece of paper, stick it in a hat or a welly or whatever it is he has available, pull out a name, and that person will be a character in my next book. Now, be warned, I do this and I usually end up murdering you. Alright? Sometimes in a grisly, unpleasant way. You could be a good guy, that's true. More likely you're going to end up with a knife in the guts or hanging from a bridge or something like that. So if you don't want to die, then don't put your name in the hat. And of course nobody's obliged to, but it's a fun thing to do. And what I also do is I won't just use your name. I'll try and get a couple of little things about you and put those in the book as well. I think The Reluctant Matador and Hollow Man, almost all of the characters are people that I actually know. So that's a fun thing to do, and people seem to enjoy it. So we'll go ahead and do that. That's all I have. Thank you so much again for reading the Bookseller. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you liked it. This is talking to myself in front of a screen has actually been kind of fun. I should do it more often. Thanks very much, everybody. Have a great day.